Okie dokie. Let us hop into the episode tonight. Alright, guys. Welcome into episode 56 of the Pirates franchise. Ironically enough, and this was not done on purpose, we got a 4th of July game. So, it's July 4th, 2028 in this episode. We're going to be taking on the Phillies. We are at home, and then we will have the draft after the game. So, don't exactly know what's going to happen in the draft. I've been scouting players, but I haven't really gone for a general direction on what I want. So this may be more of a crapshoot kind of year than anything else. So we are live on Twitch, and we are live on YouTube. Make sure this is on. Hey, and if you're one of those enjoying college football, hopefully you're enjoying the game. I don't plan on getting that game because I'm just not a football person. But the good news is there's a lot of creative people that have that game. I'll provide more than enough entertainment. So, all right, here we go. Let's go ahead and hop in. They have a lefty on the mound, so we're going with our lefty lineup. We are going to have O'Neal Cruz hit leadoff today. I think we may finally be moving Chandler Simpson out of the leadoff spot. Maybe put him in the non-spot. He is off today, so.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That is very loud. All right, so looks like they're talking about Phillies and then us. We will get into that momentarily. League news. Anything going on around the league? The A's continue to win. Or sorry, lose. Whatever. Ryan Walker still the National League saves leader. Big trade that happened. Phillies acquiring Oswald Peraza from the Yankees in exchange for Kenny Case, who is a prospect. So big move for the Phillies, kind of fortifying their infield. That's probably the biggest news to talk about. From the farm system. On the farm system, McFarland continues to struggle in Double-A. Mostly contact is the issue. Chris O'Neill, Sam Sinecor is doing well. Gene Groves is back in Triple-A. And Quentin Charlton, 101 strikeouts and 104 innings. He is a new prospect that we got last year. But I guess we'll talk about... There's really not a lot to talk about, really. But we'll highlight Paul Skeens.
All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously,
I have passed the test.
This guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
Good outing by Paul Skeens. 7 1/3, 8 hits, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk on 95 pitches. That was the opening series against the Phillies, which was not broadcasted.
First pitch coming your way next.
Let's get underway. Phillies on a 5-game losing streak. We have won 3 out of our last 5.
Just about set to go now. And on the mound
You're looking at
now,
Mitch Keller.
Mitch Keller. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout.
Right.
He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep.
All right, here we go. Phillies 10 games under 500, but still a really talented lineup.
They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see
what we got.
Johan Rojas leading things off and takes a strike.
Meanwhile, I'm going to pull up the Cubs and Twins game. Another Cubs are losing. Because they're in their slump. They're absolutely in their slump right now. They just can't exactly get it together. Oh, whoops. Pull this over here. Slide that over there. And now we got everything ready. Alright, now we can get underway. Yeah, sorry I haven't been live for the show the last couple of days. Vanessa's family came to see us yesterday.
That one finds the zone.
So,
And the count 1-2.
had no time to broadcast. Should be live tonight and tomorrow night, possibly Friday night.
Swings
Not be live
misses,
Saturday
struck
night.
him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed
Keller
by
starts
keeping
off.
him off
1,
base.
2, 3.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal
Good
with
sweeper.
the next guy.
15-inch break. Close to 4,000 RPMs on the spin rate. That's insane in the membrane.
Austin Martin stands in for the Phillies.
Here is Austin Martin. No idea if we'll see Oswaldo Peraza in the Phillies lineup.
That one the other way. Puts it away.
Martin swings the first pitch, lines out to Tamar Johnson. 2 quick outs.
And time now
Let's
for
see
the
if he's in the
Phillies
lineup.
lineup.
There he
It's
is.
been a downright
He is at
dreadful year for
DH.
them offensively.
Newly acquired
They're dead last in the league in runs
Oswald
scored.
Peraza
Boog, the
from
clubhouse
the
staff
Yankees.
doesn't even like watching this team play. That's how bad it is. And they're usually your biggest cheerleaders when things aren't going well.
I should be live tonight, yeah.
But the team, they're lacking in some areas for
You get me.
sure. They're going to have to figure out some ways to try to upgrade this lineup. Maybe it's
And here's
something that takes
Hopper.
place in the offseason, but you just can't put this type of product out on the field if you want to maintain a good, solid fan base.
Mr. Hopper. I think we're past the point of calling Harper overrated. That's keep Brian Hayes at third base, by the way. Apparently the graphic just don't want to work. Take a look at the Pittsburgh defense here tonight. Couple of changes. Billy Cook out in left field. Robert in center. Conine in right. We got Hayes, Cruz, Johnson, and Odell around the infield. Henry Davis getting the start behind the plate tonight. Brian Reynolds DHing for Mitch Keller, son of a Mitch, the Killer Keller. Whatever you want to call him. Contract here for Mr. Keller. So, we'll see if he's worth bringing back next year. Depends on what he asks for. May have to make a decision between, you know, older age but more established Mitch Keller, or younger but kind of more inconsistent Max Meyer. So we will have some decisions to make in the offseason. Keller has good old Rusty behind the plate, calls out Harper. Good start for Mitch Keller. 1, 2, 3. Let's go bottom of the first. How was your day, Sean?
Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill in this one, Christopher Sanchez. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
Christopher Sanchez, the lefty, 3-9 on the year with a 3.4 ERA. Apparently doesn't strike out a lot of people.
This guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player,
let's take a look at Mr. Sanchez, 31-year-old lefty, an 88 overall, sinker, circle change, slider, and a cutter. Could be a free agent. He is a free agent at the end of the year. Be an interesting pitcher to have in the rotation, but he is not on the trade block, sadly. So, Phillies 10 games under 500 going into this game.
On your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
O'Neal Cruz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
We are 6.5 games behind the Brewers coming into this game. That team just does not stop winning. They do not stop winning. Cruz gets a hanging cutter. Hard to center field. Going back at the wall. Leadoff cannonball for Cruz. Maybe it's a leadoff Cruz missile. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Fireworks starting early. And a boy. Good way to start off.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard
Cutter
as he
was
needed
up
to
in the
get it
happy
out of
zone.
here, but it had just enough behind it.
Wind blowing out tonight. So that's going to help any ball get out of here. Nice try out there in the center.
Up next for the Pirates, Danny Odell. Looking to rebound today. He was 0 for 4 last night.
Life sucks and then you die. It's such a depressing way to live your life.
That's for sure.
All right, defense for the Phillies here tonight. Ian Happ, Rojas out there in center. Good arm, good everything. Austin Martin in right field.
Odell
You got Josh.
was again named Rookie of the Month. Clearly a cut above the rest of the rookie class.
It's not always the case, but if you win Rookie of the Month more than once, you've got a great shot at taking home Rookie of the Year honors after the season. What a year he's had.
Okay, anyway, Josh H. Smith, Trey Turner, Alex Freeland, and Bryce Harper around the infield. Rafael Marchand behind the plate, former Oakland A's franchise great catcher. And then they've got Oswald Peraza DHing for Christopher Sanchez. So I did watch that. That was
Clips the corner.
reminded me a lot
Strike
of
one.
the Angel Pagan inside the park home run. I made Phillies Twitter angry the other day.
Rolled softly, but that goes
Well, maybe
foul.
not everybody, obviously.
The real threats are
Got the
coming
attention of
up.
some
Already given up a home run in this inning.
betting
Really have
and
to
wrestling
bring
guy that thinks he knows baseball. Of course, then he's just a troll, so that's just what trolls do. They have nothing better to do.
That's inside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
1-2 to Odell.
And the lefty kicks delivers.
God,
And it's
that'll
fouled
make a lot of
off.
people
They'll
angry.
do it
Yeah, who would have
again.
thought that logic is so scary? That's what makes
Nobody on.
separates,
Nobody out with a
at
run
least
in here in the
semi-average
second
people to
game of the
dumbasses.
series.
They're scared of logic.
There's a swing.
And Odell gets a hanging changeup left field. Back-to-back cannonball
They
shots.
do it again. Back-to-back homers.
2-0
It's
Pittsburgh.
11th of the year, and they add a run. It's 2-0.
Heavily favored NL Rookie of the Year. Hits its 11th home run of the season on a changeup. Oh boy, not even an out yet.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it. And those
Man, the
guys
wind
are
blowing out. A lot of these balls are going to be hit hard.
This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And there's a foul ball.
I'm all ready for Goldberg to win the world title on Saturday. He's not going to win it, is he? I bet you, like, Gunther's going to beat him, and then Goldberg will be retired from
Swing and
wrestling
miss
forever.
As he chases that one, darting out of the zone. Pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
Boy, the Cubs just can't hit nothing in this game. Woo, another hanger.
Ripped to short.
But we're going to hit it on the ground this time.
Turner with
Turner
the
throws out
first.
Robert, one down.
And they take care of Robert for the out. Here's the Pirates
Have I pitched an
lineup
immaculate
now.
inning?
They're dealing with a sinker specialist.
I
on the
have,
mound, which
but it
could
was
be a
way
big
back
time
in, like,
challenge
MLB
when
The
he's
Show
right,
17.
Working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach
I did
you
it with,
take is really try to lay off.
I can't remember if
those
it was
pitches
Felix
down in the zone
Hernandez or
until he
Andrew
hits
Haney.
some called strikes, and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until
I
then,
wanna say it was
make him
Felix, but I'm not
elevated
100% sure.
because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, Really hard for them to be effective
Up
in
the
the
middle,
zone. Those are
Conine,
pitches
another
you
hanging
can
changeup.
hammer, and when you get
Not
a
hit.
cookie, you don't want to miss it. Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he
Seth
probably
Rollins
would have
catches it.
liked,
I forgot
but
Seth Rollins
that's a
had the
good approach
briefcase.
paying off.
One gone runner at first.
Dude,
So
I
the plate
wonder.
Now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Ryan Reynolds.
But would that just
a
negate
foul ball.
the reason Goldberg's back in wrestling? Like, you know, for him to just lose in such a humiliating way? And Reynolds, that's going to get through the left side.
They get
And
it
the
in
Pirates
quickly.
are beating
So
up on
first and
Sanchez
second,
early.
now one out.
Back-to-back singles. Nice
Two
line
on,
drive to the
two
full
in.
side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Fireworks early.
2 on.
Okay. Whenever I do well, I have to check the difficulty because I just keep paranoid. I keep getting paranoid that the difficulty changes.
Fought off foul.
So here's Henry Davis starting tonight at catcher. Indy Rodriguez hasn't been hitting that well against lefties, so we're giving him a day off. And that ball's tattooed center field. Caught.
Nabs it. Runner tags it.
Oh, we got a late jump. We're going to be out.
The tag gets him, and it's a double play.
That was... I couldn't decide. We should have done better on that.
There's just no reason to try to move up to third right there.
Two solo shots.
Not great base
Pirates
running
lead
to end the
2-0 after one. That was such a late jump by me. I shouldn't have done that. Almost made it in. 2-0 Pittsburgh after one.
Second inning set to go. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Fastball.
All right,
to
here's
inside
Trey Turner.
For a strike. Turner launched a homer in his most recent game. Swings through that.
Good
Rusty
sleeper.
Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one,
Wow.
no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty's his actual name or just a nickname.
Rusty
Yeah,
Valentine.
no clue.
He will have a play on the game
Swinging
tonight, I
a
guarantee
chopper
you.
out to short.
Turner grounds out.
And they get Turner for the out.
Cruz. His
Anyways,
counterpart throws
Rusty's
him out,
got
one
a
down.
good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Ian Happ up to hit.
Yeah, I can't tell. I guess I'm waiting to see when we have that bloodline versus bloodline thing, because it's going to happen again, right?
Puts it in the air out towards
Ian Happ, center field. Roberts
hustling after it.
will get
Two
to
down.
it. 2 quick outs.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
2 down, bases empty. Now the third baseman, Josh Smith.
So why'd you? What made you come to terms that you're not
Smith
getting
went deep in his most recent
college
game.
football?
Off the mark there, and that is ball 1.
Swing and a miss by Josh
Kelly
H.
just threw that
Smith.
fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
So I'm surprised the Yankees kind of traded away Oswaldo. But that could mean there's some room for Spencer Jones.
Got him swinging.
And not a boy, Mitch Keller.
3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And they're down 2-0.
6 up, 6 down. Bottom of the second we go. Just getting underway here in the July 4th game. Happy America Day. 2-0 Pirates.
Back here in Pittsburgh, and now the veteran third baseman, Brian Hayes.
Ooh.
And it's fouled
Boy, that changeup has not been working out. Oh, you don't think you'd have fun with the game? Look, man, I expect my views to absolutely fall off a cliff now that the football season is quote-unquote coming into play. And that's perfectly fine.
That one missed.
Inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hayes.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Only 22 pitches, though, for Sanchez. Wow.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Change up. Hayes misses it.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really
All right, here's Tamar Johnson.
Location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance.
Need to get him more at-bats against lefties if he's going to get any better.
Johnson, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
We know how this works. We have our 1 inning where we scored some runs. Now the next couple innings are just going to be a whole bunch of good timings. Either misses or outs, probably.
Next one is off the plate. And the count even 1-1.
Johnson's really been struggling this year. Jam shot, left field, and that's going to drop in. And he is going to make a wide turn at first, and he will hold over there. They're not testing this outfield.
I think that was the difference on the play, Boo.
There's a 1-out hit.
Easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Man at first. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Billy Cook.
Here's our boy, Billy Cook.
Stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what
he's out in left field today.
Defensively, Chris.
Tonight,
you talk about preventing runs from being scored. This guy is a big contributor. Chopped left side.
He gets a hanger, and he's going to ground into a double play. Good timing. Love it. Down the middle. And Sanchez has a nice bounce back inning.
We played 2 full. It's the Pirates 2.
2-0 Pirates.
Nothing.
I want to keep Billy Cook on the team, but boy, he is really
started. And now the DH, Oswald Peraza.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position.
Right down the middle.
And that's what he does.
Here's Peraza, first game with the Phillies.
Come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
After being with the Yankees for 7 seasons. He's now here in Philly.
And there's a ball.
Rusty Valentine making his time known here.
According to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say
Let me guess, Keller's not going to pitch well from here on out. He's just going to barely miss or hang pitches and stuff. The sinker did not go where we wanted it. 2-2. And Peraza is going to hit that into the gap.
Now he'll turn for second.
We're going to take our sweet time getting it.
And he's got a leadoff double.
Leadoff double for Peraza.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there.
Boing.
The field.
Love how slow it takes our outfielders to get to any ball, but if it's the AI, they're just like, they're touching the ball before we're halfway to second base.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alex Freeland. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run. That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
Hey, and as I told that that fake Phillies fan on Twitter the other day, hard to win baseball games. Score 1 run, my guy.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out.
Logic doesn't seem to be that guy's strong suit, so you know. That's fine. We can blame an umpire for a half an inning of bad call.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
0-2 to Alex Freeman. I have no idea what we need at the deadline. The outfielders seem to be a little scarce when it comes to the deadline. So we may not be able to get an outfielder.
Man at second. Swing and a miss.
Fastball 95 gets Freeland. 1 out.
Here's the Phillies catcher, Rafael Marchand.
Here comes the switch hitting catcher, Rafael Marchand. Runner on second, that is Peraza.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Have a good inning here. Oof. I'll be up in the zone. 0-2. If we don't make the playoffs this year, then, you know,
leads off second
we could possibly have a soft reset. Oh boy.
3, and that's 2 in a row.
Valentine calling that outside high pitch. 2 down, 5th strikeout for Keller.
Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Back to the top of the lineup we go. Johan Rojas.
And now Johan Rojas. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Runner at second, 2 down.
Ground ball. Hayes, nice range, and he will throw out the speedy Rojas.
3rd out, and that ends the frame. So they work around the leadoff double. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Pirates 2 and the Phillies nothing.
Oh, good. Dansby Swanson's hitting. There's an automatic out.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Hey, there's your standings, by the way, for each respective team in their respective division. Phillies are 3rd in the East, 15 games back of the Mets. We're running away with it. We are 5.5 games back of the Brewers, not 6.5. Cubs are 6.5 back.
Sanchez back to work. Inside corner, and that's
Atta baby
called a
Cubs.
strike.
Way to lose to the Twins over and over again.
Goes 6 feet 7 inches.
Love to see it.
Hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's a former Silver Slugger
Love
recipient
to
in
see
the
it.
National League. Next offering is
Pumping
in for a
pitches in the
strike.
zone, man.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence.
I don't know
and
why we just
remember
keep
how
having these
good
type of
he's been in
games.
the past.
Where we have like
Outside pitch, got the
where
better of him
where the
that
pitcher
time.
has a bad
Well, that
first
right there
inning
is
and then
just
they
a
just turn into a
pitcher's
Cy
pitch,
Young
tailing away
for
from
like
hitter,
the rest of the
lower away
game.
with some good action at the end. You know, even
Cruz
if he
strikes
gets
out on
the
3
bat to
pitches.
that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Oh my God.
In the air, left
Odell
field.
pulls that
Hat moving
pitch.
Under it.
But he will fly out 2 quick
2
outs.
down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Good timing out. Love to see it. All right. Luis Robert will just shut that narrative down real quick. Another hanging cutter. 463, Luis Robert. Cannonball coming. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Number 19 on the year.
We knew it wasn't coming back.
For Robert. So we've had 3 solo shots today. 2 off the cutter, 1 off the changeup. Those pitches are not working for Sanchez right now.
It's right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is.
Ball is absolutely crushed.
I'm going to jog around the bases.
463. The hard-hitting righty center fielder.
Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, Griffin Conine.
And Conine
And makes the
swings
play,
the first
and that's
pitch.
out number 3. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on this solo homer.
All right.
It's now 3-0.
3-0 Pittsburgh.
You're watching Major League Baseball.
Solo homers
on the
are racking
show.
it up. We are going to the 4th.
The TurnPike series continues now. Start of the 4th, and now the
Oh,
right fielder,
yeah.
Austin Martin.
I keep forgetting that this is 2 teams that are in the same state. The TurnPike series. Okay. I'm all about it. Come on, close it. There we go. The TurnPike series. I need to remember that. Austin Martin down the line, foul. By the way, I remember correctly, Kenny Case is another infield prospect. Not exactly a top-tier prospect for the Phillies in this franchise, but if I remember correctly, he is the number 13, 12 or 13th prospect in their organization. So
Here's Bryce Harper at the plate now. Growing up, he experienced a moment straight out of the sandlot. Harper was getting ready to play for Team USA, but he didn't have a bat, so he borrowed one from his dad.
Okay.
The bat was autographed by Pete Rose. His dad wiped the autograph clean and told Bryce to use it. I'm not sure how many dads would have done that. The throw to first.
I did not know that story, as Bryce Harper is out. 2 quick outs.
Here's
That's
Trey
insane.
Turner.
He wipes the
He's
signature
0
off
for
of it.
1. Singy, he's a guy that covers
Okay.
both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there,
There's
but
Keller
also
pitching
to be
well
able to
here.
turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really
Turner
sharpen
now 8
things
for
on the
21.
outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Grounded out in his first at-bat to his counterpart.
Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
3-0 Pittsburgh, if you're just now tuning in, due to 3 solo shots.
Swinging
2 in the
a foul
first,
straight
1 in
back.
the third. 1 by O'Neal Cruz, 1 by Danny Odell, and 1 by Luis Robert, as he continues to flex his muscle in the middle of this lineup.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And he hits a ground
Jams
ball
him.
right side.
Johnson running in.
On the run, sends it over
Throws
to
out
first,
Turner.
and they
Mitch
get
Keller.
out. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Pirates
Continues to
3
pitch a
and
gem.
the Phillies nothing.
This team's been a lot better last couple episodes. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Game's not over yet, though.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Hey, there's our former second baseman, Nick Gonzalez, now with the Atlanta Braves, breaking out of his 2-for-24 slump. And Vlad Guerrero gets 5 RBIs. Oh, boy. That Diamondbacks team is really good.
At 96,
Rusty
that pitch is
Valentine
in
showing
for a
up.
strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Brian Reynolds hitting 284. I don't think we talk about him enough.
Next offering is fouled back.
Mostly because he's kind of had a quiet couple episodes. And he's going to hit a comeback right to Sanchez.
On to first.
You're out.
One up, one down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis.
Don't care. And here's Davis.
In there for strike 1.
0-1.
It's hard to not swing at some of these pitches. I think you swing
Swings
at
threw
something like
one
that.
out in front that time.
Filthy
0-2.
changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Chases the changeup in the dirt.
We can make any pitcher look like a Cy Young.
Out.
2 down.
2 away now after the drop third strike.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Here comes Hayes. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Game moving quite along.
Right through there for a strike.
Sanchez is semi-settled in. Still pitching in the zone a lot.
2 down, nobody on.
Wow.
Swinging a foul out of play.
That sinker just took such a right turn. I don't know how we got a touch on that one. 0-2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2.
Yep.
Got him swinging.
And Hayes
Chased
continues
the
to forget
changeup.
how to hit.
And a nice inning
Even
of
when we
work
put
there
him
as he
in
sets
a,
him down, 1, 2,
favorable
3.
position.
Bucks go down quietly, but
Can hit a
they're on
pitch
top
2 feet
by a
off the
count
plate.
of
Can hit a
3
pitch in the
to
corner of the zone. Love to see it. Ke'Bryan whiff. Ends the inning. 4 innings in the books. There's the score.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to
A
this
guy that
point.
can't strike people out has struck out 4 of us. Whew. But Mitch Keller's been a lot better. We are in the 5th inning, though, so we'll see what kind of weirdness happens here.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Here's Ian Happ.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And he's down
I don't
0-2
expect
as
us
he
to
swings
fall out of
through
the
it.
race or anything like that. I mean, we're still set in a second wild card spot
He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
at the moment.
Up the middle, Johnson. Over to first.
As
And
Mitch
a
Keller
quick
continues to
out
get a lot of
number
ground balls. 1 down. But, you know, it wouldn't hurt for us to fortify this team around the trade deadline. Like I said, an
So up
outfielder would be
next,
nice.
Josh Smith.
Maybe another
His
reliever.
First at-bat was a strikeout.
We'll have to see who's on the market because Holderman's put me in a bad or a very awkward position. He's someone we can't really rely on in high leverage situations anymore, despite its, you know, despite him having a solid,
Bases empty.
you know, attribute stat. I mean, 99 pitching clutch. You think he should be one of the best relievers in our bullpen, but that is not the case. He's got a 4.5 ERA. Recently, he's done a lot better, but he still allowed 4 runs in 8 innings, which is something we just can't have a reliever do. he's kind of close to getting DFA'd. Unfortunately, if I want to send him down to AAA, I would have to pass him through waivers to do so. And I think someone would actually claim him. So it's like, do we risk that, or do we just leave him up here and maybe put him in less, less pressure situations?
One down, base is empty. Swing,
Keller continues to just roll.
He's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks.
And to Holderman's credit, at the beginning of the season, he was around a 7 ERA, and he's gotten it down to 4.5.
Oswald Peraza doubled his first time.
So if you want to look at it from that way, he is improving, but he's still not where he needs to be as a high leverage reliever.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
So it's just like,
Phillies trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Do we let him see if he keeps improving? Obviously, we can't trade him away.
Ground ball right side.
As Johnson's very busy out there at second base.
It's a 1-2-3
Mitch Keller, 5 solid innings.
Down quickly.
We'll have to look at our reliever situation.
Still down 3-0.
We could possibly swing 2 trades on the trade deadline. But we'll see. A couple weeks swing here and there.
And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Termarr Johnson.
Sussex County, Delaware. That bridge is gorgeous. What bridge is that? All right, so there's Johnson leading it off for us.
That's a little bit low.
Oof.
Foul ball.
Just out in front of that cutter. Christopher Sanchez, man, his cutter and his changeup has really been betraying him a lot.
Swings.
And then I say that, and I look silly over swinging over a changeup there. But that's what you would expect here.
Fans another. And
Johnson
that's 3
strikes
straight
out.
Strikeouts.
I need to get him more bats versus lefties. The only way he's going to have a
Now it's
chance to
gonna
get better.
be Billy Cook. He hit into a double play his first time up. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing
Here's
for that
Billy
pitcher
Cook.
to think about.
Ball 1, no strikes. And
Rounded out into a double play in his
Bases
last
empty,
at bat.
one away. Last half of inning number 5. That one misses. Ball
Got a
3.
3-0 count.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count.
Really hard to
you're
steal off
taking
this
all
duo
the
of
way.
Sanchez
So
and
Milwaukee-
Marchand as we got a 3-0 here.
And there's the automatic.
Taking all the way.
3-1.
Marchand's got a decent arm behind the plate. Oh, yeah. 88 strength, 81 pop time with an 80 accuracy. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be stealing a lot
And
off
that
of
is
him.
out of play.
Swung at ball 4.
On the
That's a
ground.
heck of a comeback by Christopher Sanchez.
Zips it across. 2 up, 2 down.
As Cook is out, I feel as though he wasn't rushing in that ground ball. But, hey, we'll just let it go.
So the batting order turns over. And now the Pirates leadoff man, O'Neal Cruz. He's already homered in this game.
And Cruz, jam shot, goes the other way.
So a 2-out knock
2-hit
keeps
day
the
for
inning
O'Neal.
alive.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Definitely will not be trying to steal here. Here's Odell. Hitting 240 on the season, but boy, I mean, I know it's only 240, but that rookie season, this is going into the game, not counting his home run he had earlier. I mean, 10 homers, 38 RBIs. Not too big on the stolen bases, and that's perfectly fine. An OPS of 690. Only committed 2 errors. Not bad for a rookie. So, heavily favored to be the National League Rookie of the Year, but long way to go.
Odell, the next to hit, takes outside. Some stirring in the bullpen for the Phillies. Andres Gonzalez.
Okay. Couple relievers warming up.
In the pen, Krismat also throwing.
Gonzalez and Krismat going.
Off of first with 2 away. And that's
I don't plan on stealing here, but I'm going to make them think I am.
And the count is 2-0. Sanchez throws to first.
I got him thinking about it over there. I don't think Sanchez has a quirk. Okay, he does not. 2-0 to Danny Odell. And he is going to ground out. Nice play by the second baseman, and he is going to throw it to Sanchez, covering the bag. Gets out Odell. That's a nice play by Alex Freeland. Pirates get a runner on. Do not come around to score. That is a great play by Freeland. Halfway done.
The TurnPike series continues now. All set for the top of the 6th. And digging in for Philadelphia, Alex Freeland.
Speaking of Alex Freeland, here he is leading it off here in the 6th.
Back to work. That one finds the
Keller's
zone.
still out there.
Freeland measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick.
Apparently he got acquired by from the Dodgers. I don't know who was involved in that deal.
0-2.
26-year-old, 74 overall, multi-talented infielder here. He's a rookie. So I don't exactly know who they got in return from the Dodgers, or who the Dodgers got in return for him. Ain't gonna matter though. Mitch Keller gonna sit him down. 7 Ks for Keller.
Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
And now for the Phillies, Rafael Marchand.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Here's Marchand. And he's going to shoot one up the middle. One out knock for the catcher.
So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Johan Rojas. The
All
next
righty.
to hit. 0 for 2 in this
Keep
one.
the gravy train rolling.
And a swing and a miss
Rojas.
there.
No ball. 1 strike.
Gonna be hard to double him up if we can. If it's gonna be a soft hit ball, it's gonna be super hard.
And a foul
Good job.
ball.
0-2.
Man at first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss.
Gonna get him on that sweeper. That has been such. That's been his reliable pitch today. Is that
Now it's
sweeper?
the right fielder, Austin Martin.
8 strikeouts. Here's Martin.
And there's a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's
I
not
may
what we're
have to
seeing
turn
here.
the starter stamina slider up a little bit.
That's too low. And it's 1-1.
Let's see, what's Keller's? Yeah, Keller's got 82 stamina. And he's about reaching, well, maybe not. He's almost 60 pitches in. Oof. 2-1.
The Pirates leading by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th.
Hasn't really been put in a lot of high-stress situations. Only one runner's gotten in scoring position today. Ground ball, Cruz.
Tosses to
He's
first.
got gun as an arm, and he throws him out. Mitch Keller, 6 innings in the book.
For him out there now. It's the Pirates 3 and the Phillies nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Andres Gonzalez. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So here's Robert now. He's already homered here in this one.
So Andres Gonzalez in. That'll be it for Christopher Sanchez. Let's take a look at Gonzalez. He's a 32-year-old lefty, 68 overall, fastball, 2-seam slider, and curveball. Got some velo to him. Here's Robert.
That one's in there, and that is strike
fast.
1.
Can confirm that is fast. Woof.
This one in the air.
99. Robert swinging at his face. One out.
Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Pirates, right fielder, Griffin.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Griffin Conine. 1 for 2. First pitch,
Ball
not
gets away.
close. Movement in the bullpen. Tanner Banks getting loose out there.
All right, so Griffin Conine. Another jam
This
shot.
one in the air. Smith.
He gonna pop it up.
He's got it, and there's 2
Two out.
away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Brian Reynolds here.
And here's Reynolds. We talked about Reynolds earlier. I mean, not really complaining. You know, he's off to a better start than he was last season. He's hitting .282 on the year, 14 homers, 53 RBIs. OBP is up, slugging is up, and the OPS is up. So you can't really, I shouldn't really complain about how he's doing. He just seems like he hasn't been in the spotlight a whole lot. And right on cue, Reynolds, center field, clear the deck. Cannonball coming, Brian Reynolds. Our 4th solo shot of the night.
15 on the year, and they add on. It's
4-0 Pittsburgh off of Brian Reynolds' 15th home run.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one.
There's your
They're
spotlight for
clearly
you.
Feeding off of each other at the dig. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat.
Hit it nearly in the same spot where Odell hit his.
You're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at.
Just down the
Really good
middle,
job by
Reynolds
the hitter.
crushed it.
Total conviction on that swing.
.451 for Reynolds.
So 2 away with nobody on. Up next for the Pirates, Henry Davis. In the air, pretty deep out.
Also,
to
it doesn't
center
help,
field.
or
Rojas.
it does help
Under it.
in our case.
Brings
Wind's
it
pushing
in.
out, so
That is the inning. Pirates
Ron
tack on
Reynolds.
1 more on the solo home run.
I had to
It's
talk
now a
nasty about him.
4-0 ball
6
game.
innings in the
You're
books.
watching Major League Baseball
Pirates 4,
on the
Phillies
show.
nothing. We go to 7th.
We go to the top of the 7th, and now Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper. Definitely not overrated. Don't be saying that now.
And first off,
Mitch Keller back out for the 7th. He's still looking good. 62 pitches. Rusty Valentine showing up again. 1-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike
And a
two.
miss. Still 97 on the fastball.
Velo is still there, even this deep into the outing.
64 pitches in. Still hitting a cool 97 miles an hour. Here is the 1-2. You will foul that one off. So everything's been inside.
Misses just off.
Boy, Rusty
outside.
Valentine
I
is
think
not
that was a
calling
strike.
anything now.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire.
Keller
Clearly
letting him
thought
know he don't
got
like
that
it.
Outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it
Told you
worse
that,
for you moving forward, but
granted,
it
it's
can
not
also open up that
necessarily
location in
affecting the
future
outcome of the game
if
so
umpire
far,
thinks
but
there's a chance that he missed it.
Rusty Valentine really expanding
Could be
the
extra
mark
bases.
of Harper, and he's going to hit that the other way.
First and hustling for second. The
As
throw
Harper
in, and he's there
will have
with
a leadoff double.
double.
That was probably not a good pitch to throw anyway.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted
Nice
your
effort
hands,
there by
you
Hayes.
let
Way
the
to just
ball
look at it,
travel,
buddy.
and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great
Proud
work
of
right
you.
there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Trey Turner at the plate.
All right, we will get somebody warming up. Just in case. Because this will be the third time they've seen him. Here's Trey Turner.
Can't make
Swing and a
contact with the
miss.
sweeper.
Turner's ground out to shortstop, and he's grounded out to second base. Another ground out would be nice. Preferably on the third base side of the infield.
The 0-1. Foul ball there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1-2 to Trey.
Man at second. Hacks and
He is
misses.
swinging
It's
at
a
everything. He
strikeout.
strikes out on 3 pitches. Big first out. Keller with 9 strikeouts.
So digging in, Ian Happ, former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati, grew up in Pittsburgh.
And here comes Ian Happ. What's up, Gabe?
In there, and it's
Hey, that's a
0-1.
strike now. Let's see it.
Runner at second here.
How
one
is
gone.
everything? Oof.
That one fouled off.
Hey, Happ was ready for that one. 0-2. Ooh, called strike 3. Borderline goes our way. And Mitch Keller has got 10 strikeouts. He is absolutely killing it. Rusty owes us that call.
Josh Smith stands in for the Phillies, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
2 outs. Here is Josh H. Smith.
In there at the
Mitch
knees.
Keller's just doing what he's been doing all game.
Dominant outing. He has filled up the strike zone, and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
And now the count
All right,
is
Rusty.
even.
Definitely a
All
frustrating
right, Rusty.
day for the offense. but
Time for you to
when they
retire,
look at
buddy.
it, This guy's had his
Time to
best
take you
stuff,
out back.
painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds.
give you your
Just a
retirement check.
difficult one. You tip your cap.
Man on second, 2 down. That clips the
1-2.
corner.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Vacation's going solid. Just find myself sleeping a lot. Woo!
Three struck him out for the
That
third
sleeper
time
has
today.
been uber
Phillies
reliable.
3-1. They're on the
11
short end
Ks
of
for
a
Keller,
4-0
7
score.
shutout innings. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Game's not over, but so far it's all Pittsburgh.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Yeah, you got the Phillies. We're going to be simming up to the draft after this game, which I believe is that second Padres game. Then we hit the All-Star break. So we may sim through the All-Star break as well, just to see if we get anything. I know we have a couple people that are in the running for the All-Star game. But literally a couple.
And a base hit.
As Hayes takes the first pitch of the inning, up the middle. There is a knock.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day
I think
long,
Hayes is better
and
as
so
a
could every
part-time
hitting coach
player.
in
Like,
the
I
league.
like
Just
this
a
gig that
nice
we got
line
with
drive
him
into
and
center
Odell.
field.
Termar Johnson, the next Pirate to hit. And a
With
strike.
Denny Odell's
I'm
flexibility
really
to play the
impressed
corner
with this
infield.
offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been
Gives him the
aggressive,
experience
and
he
they're
needs.
keeping the defense on its toes.
Gives Hayes
5
more
hits for
favorable
him on the
at-bats.
first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, that one
Spencer
foul
Horwitz
ball.
is seeing less at-bats, which is the downside. But it's hard to sit a 3-time Gold Glover.
That's out to center field.
Johnson stings that ball to center field, but that will die out there.
And there's one away.
One down.
And of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
Billy Cook, the next Pirate to hit.
Okay. Here's Billy Cook. 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts.
Ball one there.
Clearly, he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Attaboy, Cook. Gonna go gap shopping here in Pittsburgh, as that will easily drop down. We are going to send Hayes, and he is going to score. 5-0 Pittsburgh RBI double by Mr. Cook.
Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's
Almost sent Cook to
exactly
third
what
on
he
that, and I
wanted
should
to do in
have.
the opposite field gap for the double.
Very aggressive send by our third base coach.
Here comes the manager
But it
out of
works
the
out.
dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Andres
And the Phillies are gonna go to the pen
Gonzalez
for the
is
third
done,
time.
and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book
see who they
isn't
bring
closed
out.
on him yet. We'll be right back.
Probably a righty.
A new pitcher in the game, Nabil Crisman.
And Nabil
And one
Crismatt.
thing on him, he's been
This would
really
be a guy I
good
would like
this
to
season
acquire
in
at the
keeping ball
deadline,
in
but
the
I don't think I
park.
can.
Not an easy guy to take deep.
Shall we separate, go our separate ways with Holderman?
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, so here's Nabil Crismatt, 33-year-old, 74 overall righty. He's got a circle change, fastball, curve, and sinker. Not exactly a high velo type. Oh, we could actually trade for him. It's going to take a lot to get him, though. He's having such a good season. Relatively cheap. He would be a rental. I don't know. Probably not.
Got it started a little too early.
Change
Strike
it.
one.
Cruz having a nice night in the leadoff spot. 2 for 3, led off the game with a home run. Later strikeout, then he would have a single. It's 5-0 Pittsburgh. 4 solo shots and an RBI double.
Now pop up on the
Cruz gonna get
infield.
jammed.
Turner makes the grab. 2 away down.
Easy play for Turner, 2 down.
Danny Odell will hit next.
And here's our boy Odell.
And first offering is fouled off.
He also had a solo shot. He's got 11 home runs on the year. Number 1 in Rookie of the Year standings so far.
Line drive.
And he's going to tattoo that ball to center field, but
Rojas
hits it right to
squeezes
Rojas,
it,
who
and that'll
plays
do it.
his position very well.
But the Pirates strike on this run-scoring double. And the
Hey,
lead is now
5-0 Pittsburgh.
5-0.
We're beating up
You're
on a
watching
team that's
Major
10
League
games
Baseball
under. This is
on
what
the
we
show.
should be doing. 5-0. Let's go to the 8th.
We go to the 8th. So here's the Phillies DH, Oswald Peraza.
Keller going back out there for the 8th inning. Here is Oswald Peraza.
And the sweeper catches
Freshly
the plate.
acquired
Keller
from the
into his
Yankees
8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
for an
He's
infield
the type of
prospect.
guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
And he is looking good early on.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it.
Pitch number 80.
Stays alive.
I would like for Keller to go complete game. But it will just depend on how this inning goes, really, for him.
Make it
Got that nice sinker working.
just cruising along.
12 strikeouts for Keller.
Alex Freeland.
He is
now at the
locked
plate.
in and shutting it down. Here is Alex Freeland.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Rusty Valentine
The
is
Pirates leading by 5, and we're in the top of
he
the
is
8th.
really starting to make me a little aggravated with these corner calls.
Fouled off left side.
One and one to Freeland. I mean, all of his pitches have been working. Keller's command has been
Swings
good.
and
The
fouls
sinker's been
one off.
sinking. The fastball's been fast. The sweeper's been sweeping. We haven't really thrown a lot of the cutter and the slurve.
1-2 here. And that's
2-2.
downstairs and outside.
2-2.
Swing
Right
and a ball
field,
popped in the air.
foul.
And that drops foul.
May try the cutter here.
Another
Gets him.
one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
First strikeout on the cutter tonight, man. How about 13 for Keller?
Pilot just dominating.
He's just looking real good.
It's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Contract extension time is around the corner as well. Here's Marshawn.
Marshawn up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
He does have a hit tonight.
And another ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Oh, looks like my captures are not going to work right now. That's cool. 2-1. I really need them to work though, because we're
2-1.
about to have the draft. So
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
He hasn't
Gotta-
fallen
gotta
behind the
screen
count
cap
like
the
this
players we
all
draft,
day.
you know?
He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Atta
Out
boy,
towards left
fly
center.
ball, left center. Cook running after it.
Cook racing
Cook will
over
grab
to make
it.
the catch.
8 shutout frames for Mitch Keller. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Robert, Conine, and Reynolds.
Back here at PNC Park, here's the center fielder, Luis
This
Robert
ain't gonna work,
Jr.
is it? Oh.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia.
Now, Robert hit the
Tanner
longest home
Banks,
run of the night,
left-hander, up and
464,
throwing.
I believe is what he hit it. believe he leads the team in home runs. Yeah, he's got 19. Reynolds has 15. Odell with 11. Indy with 10. So, not exactly a high home run hitting team.
Oh,
He's going to get plunked in the elbow.
And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Griffin Conine, 1 for 3.
And here's Conine.
That one's in
Good
there.
to see that's a strike now. 0-1. Oh, Conine, you hit it right on the screws, man. You just hit it right to the wrong guy. That will be a double play, a 4-6-3 double play. Freeland's made some nice plays at second base here tonight.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Ryan
Two
Reynolds.
quick outs. We have these guys waiting. We're going to probably send Keller back out there for the ninth.
Center field.
Reynolds gets a cookie down the middle, and he's going to fly out.
Drops into the glove.
All right,
And
8
that's
innings in the
third out.
books. Let's go to the ninth.
Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shot.
Keller got the top
when
of the
we get
lineup.
back.
Let's get it done, son.
And we're back. Stepping in, Johan Rojas.
Do we have anybody we want to sub in? I don't think so. We could bring Chang in to play second. Well, Johnson's been okay. You know what? Let's not make any subs. All right, fourth time through the lineup for the Phillies.
Keller back to work. And the sweeper is in for a strike.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when
He is
starts
tired.
to
I
show
understand
signs
that.
of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers.
Ground
at this
ball,
stage of the game.
Johnson.
Whips it to first.
One out.
Now one gone in the ninth.
Good sinker low in the zone right there.
Fireworks
Produced
from our home
exactly what he was
team.
looking for.
Keller 2 outs
Ball on
away
the
from
ground.
getting the
Nice ground
shutout.
out.
And now Austin.
We haven't really thrown a lot of those
0
this
for
year.
3 in this one.
Here's Martin.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a
I don't
strike.
think the Phillies are resting anybody. Carson Kelly is a... Michael Conforto, I think, is normally their DH. No, he's a backup. Callahan's a backup. Miller is a backup. Okay, so they're playing everybody. They no longer have JT Realmuto. So yeah, they are playing everybody.
Just missed.
1-1.
Base is empty, one away. You're at the top of the ninth.
Just keep throwing it in the zone, buddy. Going for a
Trying to pull his
bunt.
way on. Can't pick it up with the
And that's
bare
apparently a
hand.
fair ball.
Safe at first, no play.
Odell, good
We'll see
try.
how they score this.
I love how the AI can just put down bunts
Maybe a
whenever
little
they
small
want.
ball is exactly what the Dodgers
Absolutely
ordered
perfect
to
bunt.
rev up this offense, and they've been
Nice
pretty
try by
quiet
Odell.
all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
Runner on at first with one gone. So Harper stands in.
Ooh, Bednar is not properly available. Hold on a second. Yep, 54 bunting. Lays a perfect bunt down. Yep, that's the game for you.
And that one off the outside.
1-0 to Harper.
edge.
Ratings don't matter, everybody.
Stands at first with one out.
Oof.
That one pushed
The
to
pitches
the
are
left
getting a
and
little
foul.
more out of control. So here comes pitch number 100 from Keller. Harper will foul that away. Harper, I believe, is closing in on 500 home runs. So he's at 427, so yeah. He will probably get there. He's got 3 years of his contract left. He is regressing, but he's still a 92 overall. He could still play the field. So, I mean, hasn't played the full season this year. I don't know if he's been hurt. One-two to Harper.
Good eye right there.
Ooh, 91 on the
Good take,
fastball.
especially with
Okay,
2
he is
strikes.
absolutely running out of energy.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I'd hate to pull him with 2 outs, but I may have to. I don't want him to get hurt.
Swing and a drive. Deep
Right field.
Konai raging back towards
That
the
will
wall.
bounce off the
And it
wall.
hits the fence. Coming home.
Here comes the throw home. Johnson's throw. Got him at the plate. Atta boy. Shutout
Really
intact.
hurts right there. This is no time to gamble.
Good
In the
relay.
game, you gotta be
Good
sure if you're
tag.
gonna advance a
2
runner or even
outs.
Try to score right there that you're going to be safe. Just a poor decision.
Wow.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Turner now. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
And here's
Shortstop
Turner.
takes the ball.
I didn't think we were going to hit
2
that.
outs and 1 in scoring position.
But Conine's
Hot
arm out
foul
there and
on a
right is
play
good.
off to the
Johnson, good relay, catch and toss. As I know, Keller's completely out of energy.
So a foul ball.
They're
makes
down
it
to their last
1-2.
strike. Come on, Keller. One more good pitch.
Keller is just 1 strike away.
Oof.
Gets a piece and stays
He almost
alive.
had it. Yeah, he's out of energy. I got you. 1-2.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
108 pitches for Keller. This is definitely, we're really pushing him here.
For a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Knocks
Yeesh.
that one away, and we'll do it again.
Come on, buddy. One more good pitch. He struck him out. Rears up for 93.
It has become increasingly
And Mitch
difficult to
Keller.
complete game shutout because of
Complete
all the
game
offensive
shutout.
prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today.
Probably the best
Total
pitch game of the
command
season
of this game, and he
on the
saw
4th of
all the way
July.
through to the end. Nice win.
5-0.
Well
the final
done.
in this one. For Chris Singleton and
Final
our
score,
entire crew
Phillies
here at
0,
MLB
Pirates
The Show.
5.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm
Mitch
John
Keller gets his
Shambi.
6th
Talk to you
win.
soon.
Sanchez gets his 10th loss, and the Phillies are on a 6-game losing streak. We are trying to put something together. I'm going to make it 6-4 in our last 10. Some of the highlights, O'Neal Cruz leading the game off with a solo shot. Second pitch of the game. Luis Robert muscling one. Longest home run hit of the game, 464, I believe is what it was. Brian Reynolds joins the solo shot parade. And there was also one by Danny Odell that they did not show. Good relay in the 9th inning to get the 2nd out. And then it was just Mitch Keller, man. That's the farthest we've ever pushed him. Turner strikes out twice tonight, including chasing one at his eyeballs. 9 innings, 5 hits, 14 strikeouts, no walks. I do not have performances like that every episode. Hi. What are you doing? Huh? Cat. Got a cat. So there you go. 5 RBIs. Pretty much all home runs. Except for Billy Cook's RBI double. Huh, Banksy. Nothing really to talk about on the Phillies side. 2 hits by Harper, and that's pretty much it. 5 innings for Christopher Sanchez. 7 hits, 3 runs, 5 strikeouts. He didn't pitch that bad. Gonzalez gives up 2 more, and Nabel Krismat does his job. I think it's easy to say who is on the cover here. Let me go right here for a second. As we get this give me 1 second here. We're not done though. We are not done. We are going to do the draft. If I can just get my thing to work here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I think this thumbnail will be fairly simple. I think we all know who deserves to be on it. If I could just get my captures to work, that would be flippin' sweet. Really bad time for these to not work. Looks like it's just going to be one of those nights. So I'm just going to have to hope they capture. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if like there's an update I need to do or what. But an update on my app or whatever. It's supposed to be automatically updating, but my captures are like coming in a day after I take them, so that's why sometimes when I end the episode I'm not able to get the thumbnail in. Cornerstone, that's trademarked. So there you go. We've won 3 out of our last 4 to start July. We do have the draft coming up in 3 days. We are going to sim to that. So let's do a quick savey-do here. Savey-do. I could start off the episode with the draft, but we're not going to do that. We're going to get the draft done. We're going to sim through the All-Star game. And then next episode, I don't know, Gabe, since you're here, I want you to pick the opponent for the next episode. Who do you want to see? You got the Nationals, away at Nationals, away at Miami, home at Baltimore, home at San Fran, home at Mets. Who are you thinking? Who do you want to see? Pull off a 5-4 win. Max Meyer continues to be the most underrated pitcher in Major League Baseball. Squeeze out another win here. Looks like Shang had a good game. 2 for 3. He had a walk and a double and a triple. Also had an error, so oopsies. Another 5-inning outing from Max Meyer. The ERA of 2.1. Puck, Majinski, Little, who's also been very good, and Bednar gets another save. Can we go for the sweep? Jared Jones gets Andrew Painter. We do. A nice 1-0 win. So the offense kind of slowing down. But apparently the Phillies can't score a lot of runs. So that works out for us. Looks like Griffin Conine with the lone RBI. Great outing by Jared Jones. 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Bednar once again with another save. So we do sweep Philly. That's what we needed to do. We are 5 games out. The Brewers just keep winning, man. They just keep winning. 8-2 in their last 10. They are on a 3-game winning streak. We're starting to make a little bit of ground between us and the Cubs and the Reds. Cardinals are really out of it. I don't think they've ever been in it. But this Brewers team is on fire. Quick save. I think we've seen the Nats already. Yeah, Gabe, let me know who you want to see, or if anybody in chat wants to. Whoever in chat puts the next team. I mean, Baltimore's right here. They're a good team. We could do a Baltimore game. I don't think we see them anymore this year. We do not. So that would be the only time we would see them. Any trades that has happened? Okay, a couple more trades have happened. The Guardians have acquired Emerson Hancock for the Mariners for Ralphie Velasquez. Okay, I don't know who Ralphie Velasquez is, but Hancock has been in the Mariners minor league system. So the Guardians taking a chance on Emerson Hancock. The Padres have also acquired a catcher from the Rangers for Rocky Killian. I don't know who any of those guys are. Let's check out the Guardians real quick. I want to see what that rotation looks like now. So Bibby, Williams, Hancock, Espino, and Slade Ciccone? This dude should not be a starter. And they got Luis Ortiz, who was busted in real life. Which is interesting, because the Guardians have a lot of relievers on the trade block at the moment. So maybe they're not completely out of it yet. No, they're kind of out of it. 44 and 50. I mean, they're not bad, but 5.5 out of the wild card. You could still make a logic for that. The only problem is you traded with the guys in front of you. The Mariners are trying to chase down the A's. Who is that team? First baseman, Ralphie Velasquez. We'll go to the Mariners. I want to see who this is. Was this a good deal or not? 22-72. First base, catcher, and a left fielder. Okay. I mean, maybe. Luke Raley is probably getting near the end of his contract. Yeah, another year. This kind of makes sense. Cat, move. You still have some good pitchers in this rotation, with more coming up. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Hi, can I help you? Now, of course, with the draft coming up, they have a chance to restock that. Can you stop? There you go. Come over there. Good kitty. All right, so we are 5 games out. Next is a game against the Padres. Like I said, we got the draft coming up. Bubba Chandler against Ryan Bergert. We are going to win that game as well. We are rattling off a nice little winning streak here. Who did the damage? Danny Odell with a 2-for-4 day, 3 RBIs. Spencer Horwitz with a 2-run homer. Robert with an RBI as well. So our usual power guys getting it done. Bubba Chandler has a decent day. 6 2/3, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts. And the bullpen is starting to hold up. We're putting our best guys forward, and we're getting the job done. Majinski is getting more time. Brandon Little has been good. And Bednar, of course, has been good as well. All right, save one more time. We are going to the draft. I don't have a plan for the draft. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're kind of just in a little crapshoot this year. We win that game too. But we're expected to pick 28th. I really don't have a guess on what we're going to pick first. We have been scouting people, I promise. It doesn't look like we have been, but there are some full guys out there. I mean, there is a nice starter here. We could go with a starter. Lonnie Smart, 6'5", 224 out of New York. He's a big dude. Big old lefty. I primarily was looking for relievers, maybe a new closer. Can you get out of the way, man? Hi. Why are you in the way? Huh? You gonna say hi? Huh? I'm fixing to do a draft. Can you get out of my way? You can sit right there. Good boy. Good boy. But yeah, I mean, a center fielder would have been nice. I've been looking for a reliever, a closer, and a center fielder. No one that we're necessarily ready to, Spencer Ball is also a good pick. I do like Spencer Ball as well, but he seems like someone that's not going to be, I don't think he's first round pick ready. But I would like to get him, maybe, I don't know. Scouted a few catchers as well. Don't think this guy's going to be around, but he was pretty much the only good catcher. So we're just going to have to see. I mean, this is literally just going to be a kind of a crapshoot. Like, I'm not even going to put anyone on the board because there's really no one in there that I'm just like, wow, I want this guy, And I know it sounds like poor planning by me, but not really a strong class. Like, we look at all the, the top prospects, of course, starters, center fielder, starter, center fielder, outfielder. I mean, an infielder is not expected to go until what? Here you go. Ronald Vera, and he's the 16th pick. Allegedly the 16th pick. And we did not draft him. We did not scout him because we have a third baseman. I wouldn't mind another, maybe another first baseman. But there's just really no one here where I'm just like, yep, this is who we want right here. This is it. So we're kind of just going on who's here and hope Lonnie Smart might be my first pick. He might be my first pick. If he's good, hey, that's awesome. If he's not that big of a deal. Because we do have pitchers. We'll go ahead and add him to the queue. Because we do have pitchers that we do have pitchers that are, going to run out of options next spring, and I don't see me being able to trade them. So we'll just have to see what happens. I'll add a couple guys to the board, but there's really no reason for me to. Like, that's literally my report. Like, I haven't really found anybody where, like, when I looked at Danny Odell a couple seasons ago, I was like, oh yeah, he's the one I want. He's the guy. He's him. But as for here, there's really not a guy here that I want. So we'll just have to see who's available. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to the draft, baby. Pick 28th in the first round. Or 29th, excuse me. Rockies, Mariners, Cubs, Tigers, and Marlins will get the first 5 picks. Here we go. First round pick in the 2028 draft. Who do we got? The sound just went away. The Rockies will get Oliver Feliciano. Of course, a starter. The 8th projected draft pick. Went number 1. So the Rockies saw something they liked in him. So, what's going on, Kai? We're doing good. How are you? Round 2, or second pick. Sorry, excuse me. The Mariners will go with Jerry Solis, another starter. He's going exactly where he's expected to go. Probably going to be a stud. The Mariners seem to be really good at drafting pitchers. Number 3. The Cubs are going with Alberto Aparicio, another starter projected to go in the pick number 7. He's going pick 3. So the Cubs going out and go ahead and getting their potentially future starter. So let's see here. I would like Lonnie Smart, I think. Big lefty, 6'5", 224 out of New York, if he's there. If not, we're just going to probably go ahead and draft a closer. There were a couple of closers that I looked at, but not fully scouted. But I'm pretty much wanting to go with Pedroia. He's probably the best one I've seen in the draft class so far. So we'll see who's there. We'll see who's there. There's Paul Fong. No, I didn't look at him. I'm sorry. Who's the guy I looked at? He's not here. So, all right, let's just skip to our pick. All right, so obviously Lonnie Smart went to the Phillies, of course. So let's just go ahead and, let's just get a need out of the way, right? Let's just get a need out of the way. Oh, we do have some pitchers here, though, that are falling to us, but I just didn't scout them. Though. All right, so I think our first pick, we're going to go with a closer. I know that's kind of controversial, but we are going to go with a closer. Julio Pedroia, 6'2", 209, out of Venezuela. Let's go ahead and get him. He will be our first round pick. Let's just go ahead and get it done. Now, he did opt out of the doctor exam. I don't think that's going to be a completely big deal. We pick again at 38. So Spencer Ball seems like a player that could possibly not be a good guy to pick. We got scouted here. Okay. So pitchers from here on out is going to be a crapshoot. Miguel Tavares could be a nice late inning guy. Boy, Sam Hare's fallen. I don't know why this guy's fallen. The Cubs are this year? Yeah, they man, I'm telling you, they have really good games. Like, they've been the team that scored the most 10 runs in a game this season. And then they have games where they just can't hit the ball to save their life, I'll be very interested to see what they do at the deadline. They have to get a starter. I believe they have to get a starter. We are on the clock. Sam Hare went to the Cardinals. Spencer Ball went to the Diamondbacks. Thanks a lot, guys. Huh. All right. Well, that's a little far. Russo's slightly scouted. Man, we could go with this catcher. He may not be that good of a catcher, though. I'll tell you what, though. I kind of like the idea of adding this catcher. Thoughts about the draft this year? I'm going to be up front. I don't keep up with the MLB draft that much in real life. Normally, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I like this guy, or I like this guy. I haven't really done that this year. So I have no idea what to expect. I really don't. When do we pick again? 60. Okay. I tell you what, we're going to go out of our way here, and we're going to go draft this catcher. Roosevelt Irizarry, 6'4", 216 out of Puerto Rico. He's completely scouted. Probably going to be a C potential catcher. Has no speed whatsoever, but boy, he has some solid contact, solid power. The fielding, not that great. But we're going to go with it. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Roosevelt Irizarry. I heard there's like some reliever that's in the, not a closer, but he's a reliever. I don't know his name, but he allegedly can throw 104 miles an hour. That's the only thing I know. I have not looked at literally anybody else. Speaking of relievers, I think in our next round, we're going to go ahead and go with Ichiro Na out of Japan. Garrett Young is also a solid pick. I don't need another first baseman, though. Who else do we have scouted? A center fielder would be lovely. That I know we do have to address at some point. But I just don't have anybody fully scouted enough to even risk a Michael Russo. It's only 50% scouted. I just don't think he's going to be that guy. Some of these guys could be, and maybe I'm just wrong. Only 48% scouted. Yeah, and he's hurt too. So I don't know why I stopped scouting this guy. He should have been there still. Ned Hilton. I like this guy as well. Alex Priest. I know a real life Alex Priest. This is funny. This is not him, but it definitely fits the the narrative of what we're looking for. Well, I'll tell you what, though. I don't know. Maybe Rod Shamak should be that guy. Richard Nah has so much more potential. 68 to 86, but 80 to a 91. Oh, boy. Could be so much lower, and he's 22. That'll be a decision we make a little later. I may go ahead and... I have him the most scouted, I believe. Not close to it. 65 to an 83, 68 to an 86. Maybe Richard Knott is the way to go. We could draft Ned Hilton maybe in our next pick. Shamak might be too low. He's such a big dude, though. Yeah, we're probably going to go Richard Nah as our next one. The NL was always weak through, though the Brewers are the Brewers, man. The Brewers have the bad voodoo that the Cardinals had, and now it's just went from them to, you know, the Brewers. They're just such a complete team. I mean, they are. They're just such a complete team. That's the best way to put it. The Cubs are a great team, but man, the Brewers, they just have the speed, they have the defense, they have the power. Now they have some good starting pitching. They're getting healthier. The bullpen's great. The Brewers are the complete team. I mean, they just are. Expect to go 93. Let's go ahead and get our reliever here. Our third pick of the draft, relief pitcher Ichiro Nah. He's got to, I mean, his first name's Ichiro. He's got to be good, right? Out of Japan. I would like to find a position player if possible. Joaquin McGinnis is a very cool name. I don't think the first baseman we drafted a couple years ago is going to be it. Garrett Young is a solid guy. I don't see him playing the outfield, though. He could be the guy we go with. Wexler is also a solid piece. He's a switch hitter. First baseman, can play right field, but boy, he cannot field. He sounds like a lot of what we've drafted already. Second base, we're good on. Third base, we're fine on. Shortstop, I didn't even really scout anything. Outfield is kind of what I need. But boy, there's a whole bunch of nothing. Cosmo Acevedo. You do not look 18, my good sir. Hate to be that guy, but you do not look 18. Gilberto Ramirez. Boy, this could just be pretty much all pitchers draft here. Maybe we get Garrett Young. We'll add him to the board. Why not? Such a big dude, though. Has solid defense. McGinnis does not have solid defense. So I think we are feeling young here. Looks like a certified DH. But it could also be past his prime. So I don't think we'll go with Wexler. He's also injured. Do I have any starters on here? Yeah, I do. I got him. I think Garrett Young is who we go with. Just to see, just to see what we got here. Alex Priest is also a solid pick. He's probably going to be a C potential. I don't see anything that really stands out greatly with him. $67 to $83. Ooh, maybe we go Hilton. Raj Shamak, though. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind completely here. I need to find a starter just to see if we have... I don't think we have anything scouted. We don't. So, starters, we're just going to have to wait. Miguel Tavares, these pitchers are going quick. We may have to go ahead and get him. 106. Expect to go 109. He'll probably be gone. We could go ahead and get Miguel Tavares next. This just may not be our... There goes James Wexler to the Cubs. And that's fine. There goes closer Charlie Cazada. He's also injured, I believe. Yeah, he's also injured. That's what kind of made me stop scouting him, is that he's injured. I would love to have another Cazada in my bullpen, but... just not what we're looking for. Alright, I think I know what we're going to do. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but... Miguel Tavares is probably going to be our next pick. He doesn't look that great, though. Do I risk going with this, or do I go with Garrett Young? I'll probably go starter. I think that's what I'll do. Then Ned Hilton or Rod Shemek would be the next two. If Shemek is around in the last round, I'll probably go for him. There's another McGinnis. Went to the Mets, second baseman. Out of California. This one's out of Texas, so couldn't be any more different. Definitely not brothers. Maybe related, but definitely not. There goes Joe Skinner to the Rangers. He was in last year's draft, and he did not get drafted. So this year, he is now with the Rangers. All right, let's just skip. Man, I knew that was going to happen. All right, so someone got taken. Alex Priest went to the Reds. Oh, that sucks, man. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and grab a pitcher. Let's go ahead and get 21-year-old Miguel Tavares, 6'1", 188, out of the Dominican Republic. Maybe if Garrett Young is here, we'll get him in the next round. And then Reed Hilton. We'll probably get him next. Ooh, he is expected to go very soon. I would rather get a reliever than a first baseman. So, let's go ahead and get a starter. Miguel Tavares. Sorry that I have to do it this way. Like I said, my captures aren't capturing properly, so I will have this all up in the Discord and everything. But I probably won't put it on Twitter. So if you expect to see this on Twitter, I would encourage to join the Discord. Everything will be put up there in the Discord because Twitter's just too limited on what I can put. I think I'll save Twitter just for proper updates and stuff like that. So let's see. We're in round 4. We need 3 more picks. I'm happy with this set right here. It's just my choice is here now. I think this is the way we go. If we, let's see, starter, reliever, catcher. Dadgummit. Closer, catcher. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with going this route. Ned Hilton will probably be our next pick. Shall he be there? I hope he's there. If not, no big deal. Apparently he's got a really good splitter, even though he's only 69% drafted. Nice. I gotta stop doing that. That's so dumb. And then, you know, possibly Garrett Young. Big dude, lefty, 6'5", 241 out of Mexico. Has good contact, allegedly, for both lefties and righties. Probably will not play the outfield. He has no speed whatsoever. But he'd be a solid first baseman. Oh, Ned Hilton went to the Royals. All right, never mind. I don't expect Shemek to go. I'm hoping he won't go. So we'll go Young. Shall he be here? I'm surprised no one's taken McGinnis yet. I just don't like his lack of defense, man. Let's hope Garrett Young is here. Johnny Singh, a reliever, goes to the Yankees. I think I temporarily looked at him. And like I said, man, I just didn't really have a proper plan for this draft because there was no players here that I was just like Danny Odell levels, like, oh, I want this dude. This is who I want. Oh, Garrett Young just went. Thanks, Mets. Good Lord. You know, I should never talk about my players. You know, I should never talk about who I want. Because the game's going to be like, mine? So I guess McGinnis will be our guy. I mean, I'll take a risk on him. I'll take a risk on McGinnis. I want Rod Shemek, excuse me. We definitely have not... We really haven't been developing good relievers in this series. Maybe that's because I'm not drafting well. I know we've got a couple relievers in trades, but we don't really have any future relievers on this team. That's the closest has been Kyle Nicholas, and he's been about par. But I like the makeup of this guy. He's mostly scouted. He's 90% scouted, so he's probably going to be completely accurate. Oh, never mind. Okay, McGinnis is gone. So, Shemek, please be here. Let's just go to our draft. All right, he is here. So, our 4th pick, we're not going to faff around. Relief pitcher, Rod Shemek, I believe is how you say his name. Allegedly good upside. 80 to 91 potential. He is a very low overall pitcher, so we'll be happy if we see him in the series. But hey, we could be surprised. We could be surprised. We have 2 picks left, and I have no prospects that I have no idea who I want. Because I just don't think there's going to be a lot here. My scouts are high on this guy, Brett Bayman. He's not even ranked. But he just does not look good whatsoever. Rich Gonzalez is here. We could try to go for another reliever. We'll have to see who's here. There's really no point in adding anybody at the moment. Theodore Green. He's not scouted, though. Literally take none of this with... take all this with a grain of salt. Yeah. Newton Poles. I like that name. That's a sweet name. 6'4", 195 from Indiana. Okay. Keon Hazel. Ooh, that's a name. Out of the great state of Rhode Island. So a lot of relievers are left. Let's just skip to our pick. Let's see who's here. We got a 1 minute to choose, so we could go ahead and get another closer. Center fielder. I just don't feel good about that guy, so we're not probably going to get him. Nobody else is scouted. Do I trust my scouts here? Do we trust the scouts? And do we go with Brett Bayman? Or do we go with a reliever who may have a little bit more upside? I'm cool with drafting 2 closers. $75 to $98. Now it's just who do I like more? 6'5", 222. We'll have Diaz ready to go. I think we're going to go Diaz. Yeah, we're going to go Diaz. Rafael Diaz, another closer. We're taking a risk here. But that's what all the end of the drafts are, right? Just crapshoot. So I liked him more because of his size and his pitch repertoire. So let's go to our last pick, shall we? Who is left? Not a lot. Not a lot. We could go another reliever again. First baseman Chuck Infante is still here. Tanner Merritt, Cosmo Acevedo. I just don't think this guy's going to be any good. But we may choose him. Chuck Infante. I mean, my scouts are pretty high on this guy, but I don't see anything that stands out. Of course, he's only 55% scouted. We do need some center field depth in our organization. All right. Let's go ahead and get center fielder Cosmo Acevedo. That'll be our last pick in the draft here. I have very low hopes for this pick. But at least he's a body, and he could always get a potential upgrade. You never know. The last pick of the draft will go to the Twins. Who are they going to pick? Theodore. Okay, so they picked the reliever. So just to summarize, we got a closer in the first round. We got a catcher with our competitive balance round pick. We got a reliever in the second round. We got a starter in the third round, another reliever in the fourth round, a closer in the fifth round, and a center fielder in the sixth round. Probably not our best draft, but hey, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Am I right? Never know. All right, we're going to go through the All-Star break, and then we will call it there. We did get a win here, though. Paul Skeens continues to dominate. Good for him. Offense is starting to pick up. 2 more RBIs for Danny Odell, including another home run. So he is starting to find his swing. Skeens, 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs. Not a Skeens start, but the offense picks him up. Colin Holderman with another solid inning of work, bringing that ERA down more. All-Star voting. Oops. Yeah, we got no one expected to go, but I know we have some guys that are in the running. There's Max Meyer. There's Paul Skeens. Relievers, I don't expect to see anyone here. There's Brandon Little. I did not expect him to be our number 1 reliever, but so he is. He's been a good pick for us. Closer, there's David Bednar, number 2, behind Ron Walker. these two have had a constant back and forth on who's the best one. So, you got to give it to Walker right now. An 0.95 ERA. Woo, that's good. Catcher, I definitely won't have anyone at catcher. Will Smith, Gabriel Moreno. First base, there's Vlad Jr. No surprise. Second base, Nico Horner. Also no surprise. Third base, Manny Machado. No surprise. Shortstop, Mookie Betts. No surprise again. Hitting .323. Good luck. You know. I don't even know who we have as a representative. Yeah, there's O'Neal Cruz. Way down here. So, not a lot of all-stars. There's Brian Reynolds. He's close, but I don't think he's going to make it. Center field, we're not going to have anyone there either. Like, at all. There's Chandler Simpson way down here. And that's fine. You know, Chandler Simpson may start becoming a platoon guy soon anyway. And then right field, Kyle Tucker. A lot of Dodgers up here. What a shock. Griffin Conine having a solid season, but not all-star worthy. So I get it as well. The power numbers are definitely down for him. DH, it's going to be Shohei. I mean, there's just 4 ERA as a starter. 25 home runs, hitting .332. Yeah, he's going to be. I mean, there's no point in looking at that. So we may have a couple of representatives, but I don't think we're going to have anybody, you know. We're not going to have anybody that's going to make a big splash here. The Reds have acquired starting pitcher Hurston Waldrop from the Braves, so the Braves seem to be selling a little bit at least. 14.5 back, under 500. Hey, don't look now, guys. We're 4 games back. Yeah, the Braves are probably in sell mode. I consider anything 9 games out of the wild card in sell mode. I did make it 10, but it seems like teams start to sell off when they're 9 games out. So I consider teams 9 games and out more as trade partners. So the Braves have sold a pitcher already. Last game gets San Diego. Okay, we do lose. Let's see who's in the home run derby. Okay. Got some nice names here. 2 Dodgers in the field, because of course there are. Alvarez, Santander, Rooker, Ozuna, Tucker, Henderson, Ohtani, and Hoskins. All right, so Hoskins is in there. Look at him. Look at him go. But yeah, no surprise here. No surprise here whatsoever. Who won it last year? I think it tells the home run derby. Yeah, home run champion in 2026? Is that the home run thing? 27 was Rooker. So he's back in it to defend his title. Okay. I want to make sure I have this correct here. Home run champion. That's not the home run derby champion, is it? I don't think it is. All right. So no one for us. That's fine. Let's check out the All-Star game. See if we had anybody that Abbott. Looks like Andrew Abbott will be the representative for us. Let's check it out. It's not in Atlanta, but we don't care about this. MLB The Show has not done a good job on their All-Star games. So there's Abbott. There's Scooble, Shota Imanaga for the Cubbies. Yes, sir. Tobias Myers. There's Max Meyer. He made it as the number 5. So we did have an All-Star representative, Max Meyer. Congratulations to you, bud. David Bednar made it, because they always go with like 16 closers and only 1 reliever, so that doesn't make any sense, but hey, whatever. But congrats to Andrew Abbott. Let's see about the lineup. Tucker, Santander. That's a lot of power in this lineup. Jesus. Brian Reynolds made it. So we had Brian Reynolds and we had Max Meyer make it as our all-star representatives. That's fine. The Futures game. Apparently we have somebody in this. National League Futures is what we need to look at because I'm dumb. Let's see who we got here. I'm just curious on this one, who makes it. Okay, so no one here. Yeah, we had nobody in starters. There's Chris O'Neill. He made the Futures game. There's Barrett McFarland. He's actually a left fielder, but they got him in center field. He was our first-round pick in last year's draft. He's in Double-A. Okay. So we had a couple of representatives, mostly outfield guys. Sam Sinecor did not make it. That kind of surprises me. Neither did Connor Griffin. He didn't make it either. Wow. Giants have more players. All right, so a couple representatives. That's fine. All right, so I gave Gabe an option to, pick a team. Hey, anyone still in chat? Which should the next episode be? Who's the team that we want to face in the next episode? On the road against the Nationals or Miami? Or we can stay at home to face the Orioles, Giants, or Mets. So, Cod, if you're still here, I'd be more than happy for you to pick. Or if anyone's still here. I'm all about it. Let's let you guys pick. Who do you want to see? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Okay. While we look at that, see if the trade block has changed any. Still nobody that's really going to help us. I'll have to look at this off stream, I guess, because I'd have to evaluate who we want to go for. Some of these guys doesn't make any sense to be on here. Bryce Elder's on here, but he's just not someone I'm interested in. Christian Campbell's a top prospect, so I don't know why the Marlins would have him on here. I know he's not hitting very well, but he's 25. Corey Lee is here. Ryan Burr. Tristan Beck. Giants are competing. Michael Kopech would be interesting to add to the bullpen. Hasn't been that good, though. There's Chris Matt. Walker Buehler. Boy, talk about someone who just absolutely fell off a cliff. Trevor Richards. But the Orioles are competing, so no reason to do that. TJ Antone. Got him down in the minors. Okay. Well, since nobody wants to pick, I guess we'll find out in the next episode which team we will face. So, appreciate you guys being here. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We will see you in the next episode. And until then, raise the Jolly Roger and let me know what you feel about the draft. So, see you in the next episode.